I'd rather it not have crashed because I was in the middle of doing something, but whatever. We can't pick when our game crashes happen. It's past midnight already. Whatever. I had a splitting headache and I drank coffee to get rid of it, so I'm gonna be up for a while.
Affirmative. Changing course. Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power.
If I can get a good setup going, then eventually I'm going to start going
Hostile
out.
installation detected. Hostiles confirmed in sensor radius.
Go out and start
Fire at will.
hunting
Manual targeting disengaged.
the heroes. For the huge bounties. Because you get an achievement for killing them. I believe there's a hero here. I don't want there to be a hero here, but I think there's a hero here.
Tactical reports of hostiles in the area.
It's good that there's a fleet rolling in, fleet of friendlies rolling in, because let's do some management here.
Another hostile ship has been blown away.
Left and right battery, so if I can get them both going at the same time, that'd be great. usually so much loot after an assault like this. Here we go. This fucking guy.
Can't do that. Not enough space for cargo hold.
Triggered a fat check for that, yep. Frigate and a freightliner. Did either of my people survive that? Because I don't believe that I went toe to toe with a level 70 hero that didn't suffer any losses. These Dragoon 3s need to be taken off. Too much of a suck. The thing is, I leave here, which I'm gonna have to, and I come back after emptying my cargo hold. Those enemies will respawn, so I mean, I can keep hiring mercenaries and coming back here and farming it. And that is how a Dreadnought is supposed to play. I was never in any serious danger. But I'm not gonna lie to you and say that a Dreadnought is invincible, because the shit's just not. There is just like the greatest military machine of the real world can't survive a volcano. There's shit out there that you cannot survive.
Communications report heavy long-range chatter.
As
Munitions are available.
that you cannot survive even in a Dreadnought. A lot of that shit is stuff like that can cause your downfall. It's shit like the some of the anomalies you'll encounter. You will realize quickly that you can be humbled by nature. Like when I went in there the first time, you can like come into the area and be like, oh, look at me and my, you know, my 12, 15,000 point shield. Get hit with a shield dissipation anomaly. I don't know which one it is. Get hit with a, you know, wormhole or whatever. Jerks your entire shield off, and you immediately start taking hull damage. Now your 15,000 point shield doesn't mean anything, and you're in the shit of it because you were walking around like you got a big dick, swinging a big gun around, and now you just get mauled by all these little ships that you would normally be unfazed by. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. Outlaw 3 on the front, right? Yeah. Now, NPC 3. Oops. Okay, now in the back. Since I'm not really that concerned with the back. Because the back is oftentimes not utilized. It's more like a blind spot protection, in my opinion. No. Yes. Mediator. Wow. Okay. Let's see what we got here. It's a fighter and a fighter. We'll equip that. Kind of annoyed that they do that. The effort that they Cybot Encom. See, compared to how that Celestial looks, this thing just
Affirmative.
looks
Engines
like a
on
ship.
overdrive.
The thing is, those biologic-looking ships, whether they're biologic or not, they tend to have some unconventional firing angles, like the ones that, like the Celestial and the Harris Stark, that look like the ship just bounced right off. That look like space squids. If you think about it, like the gun, like this is here, this thing has. Let's see if we can get it. You can kind of see the turrets there, the little bumps that are sticking out on those long rectangular pieces that are sticking out. When you get a ship like this, you're like, okay, it's a square ship, so you have a bunch of flat surfaces and normal vertical surfaces on the sides and horizontal surfaces on the top and bottom. So it makes sense where the guns would be. You know, the guns are, top center, or they're at the corners, the top left forward, top right forward, and then there might be one top center rear, or something like that. When you got a ship that's got no corners on it at all, it looks like an organic sea creature. And you just start tacking gun emplacements on it. It gets a lot of blind spots, you'd think, but like a lot of these guns cannot fire. Like if the gun, even if it's a rounded surface like a sphere, and the gun is here, the gun can't like look down towards the ship across that rounded edge to shoot. So if the ship is round like this, you got a gun here and here, they can't like fire like this gun here can't fire down like that around the ship. It can only like shoot in a flat arc and then like up like that far. So it can't point this way as far as I know. So the guns, if you're sitting on a rounded surface, the gun can look forward, straight left, straight right, straight back. But it can't look straight up, and it can't look below the horizon to the sides, which means you got a rounded ship. That's really cool to look at, but that means that when you're trying to like angle the hull to get the best firing angle, you really just gotta look like the tracer fire and just be, it's okay. But you get a lot of blind spots. And that kind of, I don't know, is off-putting to me. Oh, dick. Did I just do that? Yeah, I did. Whatever. Now, okay. Near reach. I don't need Condor, I think it's high stream. 3, yeah. Okay. It's all good, and paint. I think this one's just gonna stay in the buff. Yeah. Mercs. They all died. Whoops. Okay. Myrmidon frigate. It was that hero at the end. Everyone, all the other enemies are dead, and then I had that level 70 hero just floating around, being a dickhead. Okay. And because of that, I've got to go all the way out to
Yes, sir.
nowhere.
Engine set to maximum power.
Higher. No, wait. That ain't right. I gotta go all the way out to Cordoba, or to Nixian Anakai. Is this Cordoba here? Yeah. Could have swore Cordoba was a shipyard, not a battle station. Actually, let's see, where's Waterloo at? That's Reading. Is that Waterloo there? No. Waterloo. Fuck, Waterloo is worlds away. Gotta hire him. He'll probably have it. Man, this ship, what is it doing?
Monitoring comm frequencies revealed new available missions.
I looked down at my phone, which is what I'm using to monitor my chat, and it was showing something else. You can see, like, look at the front of this. You can see that's actually the antennas. You can see 2 of the frontal turrets right there. They're like kind of shaped like T's sticking off of the hull. And then actually, you can see some of the rear turrets too, on the above on the top of the engine. And if you turn this way, you can see several of the turrets there near the hull.
Hostiles confirmed in sensor radius.
I want to see what the firing arcs are on this. I could shoot at junk. How far away are you? You're 3,000. I mean, you're there. But do I really want to travel? I don't want to be lazy about it. Are you moving away from me? No, you're not. Okay. Do I have an option of a cloak? No, I don't. Do I really?
Affirmative.
Whatever.
Engines on overdrive. Unfriendly target acquired.
I know where that dust was now. Well, someone's already attacking. Who was attacking? No, freight line. Why would you attack a cruiser when you're in a freight line?
Roger
That's
that. Commencing automated
it's
firing
stupid.
sequence.
You're drawing aggression to yourself against a ship you can't defeat. I want to see if this thing, because some of these Dreadnoughts, or just some of the ships in general, do have good frontal assaults. Which this does have a pretty strong frontal assault. Let's see how it is broadside. Oh, it's got good broadside. It should do fine. Let's get back up the... No. Let's get back up the higher
New waypoint confirmed.
Should have a frigate following me, the Myrmidon. Though I can say that I do it, I'm not actually a person that mumbles a lot. I don't know if the mic doesn't like my voice, the volume or the tone of my voice, but I've noticed rewatching a lot of my broadcasts, a lot of my streams, it sounds like I'm mumbling into the mic or I'm fading out. I do talk to myself, but I don't talk to myself so subtly that it should be fading out like that.
Rerouting all power to engines.
Huh. That was odd that it was like going like that and then it turned around. Whatever. It'll be good enough.
New waypoint confirmed. Affirmative. Engines on overdrive. Aye, Captain. All batteries fire at will.
Grappler range in this.
Activating grappler. Boarding underway.
I mean, there's no way. I just want to see what the Squire looks like. A fucking Dreadnought is so much more dominant than a gunship would be. I'm not even worried about it.
Ship captured, Captain.
Okay.
Fire at will. Manual targeting disengaged.
That's the kind of broadside that I like to see.
Destroyed an enemy target.
See where the close. I mean, it don't really matter.
Course adjusted.
We'll take it
Affirmative.
in.
Engines on overdrive.
And what's it really gonna do? I'm surprised by the lack of range. Garage it. See how many people I lost.
Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power.
It's a good broadside. I may like the Celestial better, I'm not sure. We'll see after I go through the Proving Grounds again. Really? How would you ever be that stupid to attack a Dreadnought that's being that's got escorts? I mean, there's no upside to that. I mean, you could be like, oh no, if I win, you know, I can get a Dreadnought. It's like, no, but you're not going to win. Even me up to when I had a battleship was not running around attacking Dreadnought convoys. I mean, it's stupid. I denounce your personal intelligence level for attacking a Dreadnought convoy. I mean, I do like the Wolverine, but I would never be dumb enough in a Wolverine to attack Dreadnought uncloaked. Like, look at that. Did you see how quickly? Look at all those fighters. I mean, I dispensed 10 fighters out of 2 hangar bays. That's quite a formidable force in itself, and it works very well to works very well to clean up small ships.
Cannot comply. Storage space full. Transferring all available power to engines.
I mean, I kind of prefer the battleships, honestly, to the Dreadnought performance that I've seen so far, because, I mean, like that just now was pretty damn impressive when it came to just coming in and taking lives. But I'm still unsold.
Yes, sir. Acquiring new coordinates. Executing PTE protocols.
Like the battleship Osiris, I'd like to take a closer look at one of them. Because like the Zuria, so far, the best performance at the Saskatchewan Proving Grounds I've seen, escorted or otherwise, has been a Zuria, which is a battleship. It says something. Maybe it's my playstyle. Maybe it's just the particular set of enemies that I came up against. Could be several different things, but to me,
fire at will. Manual targeting disengaged.
Carrier premonition. I think I've got a premonition already.
Destroyed.
I don't have enough people to. I kind of gotta try.
Troopers are taking heavy casualties.
I can easily drop them.
Tactical reports of hostiles in the area.
I was gonna say, I didn't even use a dreadnought to
Course adjusted.
take the
Rerouting
carrier
all power
the
to
first
engines.
time. Let's put the carrier wings away.
Enemies decloaking in the vicinity.
Really?
All batteries firing.
Shanghai. Pegasus. Just by virtue of the fighter wings, I think that I could, sometimes these derelicts especially the derelicts of large ships. Like tons of loot on them. So far, not so much. Kind of feel like I'd want a cloak.
Storage space full.
Huh.
Rerouting all power to engines.
That's that. Like a dreadnought with a cloak, which is doable. I mean, it's certainly doable. Let's look here. No, not Geico. Ship list. Seashake.net. I don't know what that is, but they have a listing for this game. Let's see. I don't know. Can you buy a dreadnought? Not a lot of like people sell dreadnoughts. Celestial, Neptune, Zuria, Squire. It's a gunship. Baldor, Republic. You have to be apprentice. I do like the way it looks. It's got 4 turrets on the front. I mean, that's not that bad. I mean, that's like Corvette territory. Speaking of that, can I buy it? What, do you sell a Corvette? You sell the Ikea. The Ikea got on my fucking nerves. Because it's 4... No, it's 3. 1 and 1. One, 3 and 1. I think I stole one of these ones. Loadout. Let's see what we got here. NPCs, Outlaw 3. I'm gonna use a KNS3, and the reasoning for that is we're going to use Mantis 2s on the side. Mantis 3s on the side, rather. Did I use Mantis? Yeah. And then an Isis 3 in the back. So the reasoning for that is that the guns, having the rail guns on the sides and a laser on the front, is the laser, in case I die, the laser has intentionally, it's hard hitting, but it's also energy gobbling. It eats energy at a much faster rate than the other guns because it's high rate of fire, and they usually don't have
all power to engines.
Energy consumption, so their higher rate of fire and the rate of fire might be 3 times as fast. The energy consumption may only be half, which means that you do the computation of how much energy uses per second, it uses significantly more. But instead of it being like bang, 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 where those 3 shots, an enemy could slip between those 3 salvos, it's a continuous beam.
Fire at will. Manual targeting disengaged.
Huh. Oh fuck, I didn't... No. Wait a minute. Get back in here, fighter wings.
Executing PTE protocols.
I'll come back for that Helios because I'd like to see how it stacks up. Of course, the fucking fleet is there people jetting in? Yeah, there is. It's a whole big deal. Dreadnought Victorian. Is someone firing at me? They must have let out a salvo. A freighter. A carrier. Wait, who the fuck is still firing at me? Oh, it's the Dreadnought.
Captain. All batteries. Another hostile ship has been blown away.
It's not good that we're being hit like this. We really need to be getting out of range of that. Matter of fact, we're gonna take advantage of Tesla.
Engines on overdrive.
Get within the orbital defense platform for this. That's a whole.
Yes, sir.
It's a whole
Fire at wheel command executed.
grouping. There was twin. I don't know the actual U.S. naval term for it, but that was a hell of a thing. I mean, look at that. With the mantises, with mantis 3s on the sides, and I think it's quadruple grouping. Look at that. That's nasty. And this side. Anyway, it's not what I came here to do. I actually came here to test something. Do you really have to pull out in front of me? What are you? What is that? Of course, I don't know why the game suddenly stopped. Okay, now I came here to respec my people. Believe me, they're not gonna fight off a Praetorian group that easily. No. Garage. I'd like to get in there. 120 people on the ship. 120 people in the defense, carrier combination. I'm not worried about. Dreadnought Jupiter, I'm not worried about it. Dreadnought Praetorian. Did that Praetorian just blow up?
Activating grappling. Roger that, sir. Boarding party transporting. Troopers report they're heavily suppressed.
Okay.
Affirmative. Changing course. Executing PTE protocols.
That'll get me out of their range. I doubt any of them are going to be able to contest the Praetorian and a Jupiter. Even by the way that a Jupiter is Spectrum the factory. Let's see, Dreadnought carrier. Show me Dreadnoughts. Okay, Celestial. Which one has a cloak? Helios has a cloak. Helios does not have a hangar. Praetorian does not have a hangar. Son of a bitch. Tokyo does. Perron does. Helios. I really am just a collector almost.
Affirmative. Engines on overdrive.
Because I like the smaller ships. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, bald-faced lying, and say that the Dreadnoughts aren't just nasty as hell slayers of armies, because they are, but I kind of prefer the Corvettes. Now that I've gotten a better handle on the game, I'll probably do a different playthrough. Maybe it probably went because it's going to make me reset my character when I go to the other DLCs, because the other DLCs are in other timelines.
Matching planar alignment now. New waypoint confirmed.
We'll go towards
Affirmative. Engines on overdrive.
Saskatchewan. And we'll see what I find out here. I'll probably find a bunch of dead fucking ships. Yep, derelicts like crazy. And I will probably find that... This is what happens when you have several Praetorians, several Dreadnoughts moving through an area, at least one on each side, with a decent grouping around
target
it.
acquired.
You just find so many. Oh, that's probably him there. That ain't it. That ain't it at all.
Adjusting axis elevation, sir.
You get all these fucking derelicts just chilling everywhere. Which, you know, you moving around in this, thing's like trying to drive an African elephant. Because the game does, like, scale. It is nice to be able to, like, take a Warlock 3 and open it up on something and not have the system battery immediately deplete. So come on, don't shoot that.
Sensors are picking up hostiles in the vicinity.
But it is kind of nice to be in something like a Dreadnought and see like a gunship or something and just be like, you know what? I'm not even worried about it, and just continue on with your way. I have a feeling that with the amount of gunfire over there, that's more than just a gunship. Okay, yeah, it's a destroyer.
Executing PTE protocols.
I mean, these things are just big lumbering beasts. But giving them a chance. Something's hitting him for large damage.
Yes, sir. Fire at will.
Aside from me. 'Cause I know I am.
Target eliminated.
But I mean, a Dreadnought is... I don't even know if there's a Dreadnought class of naval ship anymore. Because, I mean, they were huge.
Yes, sir.
And,
Acquiring new coordinates. Executing PTE
devastating.
protocols.
In their time. Now, what was I looking for? A Helios had the cloak. I think that was the only Dreadnought that had a cloak. But it also didn't have a hangar, which is kind of a... It's also kind of a bummer for me. And the...
Sensors are picking up an enemy structure.
Of course it's picking up. Okay, let's see. Destroyer Adept. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. An Apollo, they're pretty formidable. Another Apollo. Another Adept. An Apollo. Damn, they really must have beefed up their forces since I swept through here last. A bunch of destroyers can take down a Dreadnought. So what we're gonna do is freelance assassination. No. Advanced science. It's one of those things.
Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power. Unfriendly target acquired.
We're gonna get out of here. Like Kenny Rogers would say, you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them. But you can definitely use a Corvette.
We should check the star chart. New missions are available.
The wind fold. Okay. You're not gonna hear me sing. This would be much easier to use this to repeatedly drop in and take them. But the only problem is, you capture something like a Praetorian, any of the Dreadnoughts, you're no way you're towing it in with a Wolverine. It ain't happening. Now with a Paladin, you could probably jerk it in. This is not a good version of the song. It's not a good copy of that song. I think this is the good copy. I still like the Zarya better. You don't even have a shipyard here.
Rerouting all power to engines.
By the way,
We should check the star chart. New missions are available. Course adjusted. Hostiles confirmed in sensor radius. Fire at will. Manual targeting disengaged.
let's see what we got here. Freightliners. Freightliners are worth money to take in, but they gotta be alive to take in. You're not surviving this skirmish. Neither are you. Where are you going?
Yes, sir. Acquiring new coordinates. Rerouting all power to engines.
No, actually, we're not. We're gonna go to the star base at Caridad, because if I go to the planet Nix, carrying the cargo that I'm carrying, I'm gonna have to pass a smuggle check to get it through the atmosphere.
Frequencies are busy. New missions are offered.
Yep, that's that. Let's see what you got in the yard. A freighter and a frigate. No. No. See how many people I lost. I didn't get a chance to board. Stocks in the construction company. See what we got going on here. Freelance taxi.
Course adjusted.
Why not?
Affirmative.
It's
Engines
not
on
like
overdrive.
anyone is gonna. Jeez, I was about to say. They were powering the engines up, but they weren't they weren't accelerating the ship. Oh, nice Nixian. Let's see, you don't even have a shipyard, you ass clowns.
Affirmative. Changing course. Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power.
Come on, autopilot, take over. There we go. Maybe not? Unless his autopilot's retarded.
Affirmative. Changing course.
Let's see, where is it taking me? I think it's the Delaware shipyard. See, is it something that I'd like to make? A frigate Piran. Did you really shoot at me? An Equinox. I mean, I'd take it. I'm not gonna be a chooser, and I'm not gonna be
Captain.
a beggar.
All batteries fire at will.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna sit here and see what they do. Have a little bit of a standoff with them. Because I don't have a cloak. You're gonna see big as shit. A modified and augmented Dreadnought. I think that I can swing in there. Let's see. There's no dreadnoughts in there. Things. See, carrier. frigate. Is it? What is it? Triple frigates, triple piranhas, supporting a carrier, and he's pulled the aggro of the sector. Really dropped in too close to that starbase there. I'm gonna try to get in close. Yeah, I see tracer fire happening. The fighters will move on ahead of me because I'm not moving extremely fast. Then I'm gonna take some flak from that carrier, but
Enemy ship destroyed.
mine is still a carrier, so I'm not gonna neglect that.
Acknowledged. Checking through. Our troopers are falling back.
Okay, that. Oh, there's another starbase right there. It's a hell of a thing to have a hostile gas collector right next to your ship here. This is.
Affirmative. Changing course. Rerouting all power to engines. Affirmative. Engines on overdrive.
I always wondered if you can, like, ram people.
Aye. Activating grappler. Boarding underway.
And it'll be so easy just to tow this in. Hopefully that's enough to take it.
We've captured a
Yes.
ship, Captain.
Okay. We'll just take
Course adjusted. Affirmative. Engines on overdrive.
I'm hoping that when that it doesn't break this tether. Oh, no, it broke the tether.
Rerouting all power to engines.
There we go. I'm very familiar with this particular practice of pulling things in. But like I was saying earlier, I mean, I do like the Dreadnoughts, and I probably the way that it's shaping up once I move up to the carrier, to being able to man a carrier, I'm probably not going to use Dreadnoughts anymore. Maybe. But and what I may start doing instead um is manning a carrier. See, it's not really that. See how many wings does it have? 3. So that's pretty good. Light battery, it does not. It's fairly lightly armed. Premonition is pretty heavily armed. What I may start doing is
Affirmative. Engines on overdrive.
using carriers, battleships, corvettes. I mean, don't get me wrong, the gunships are. When I play World of Tanks, I'm the guy on the team a lot of times before they started really messing with the matchmaking. I was always the guy that was using the light tank when everyone was using a light, when everyone was using a medium, and using a medium when everyone was using a heavy. It just is. I thought it was right of fire on beam weapons. I was about to say, it's fucking insane. No mercs available. We'll leave that alone then.
Course adjusted. Rerouting all power to engines.
Let's see what enemy is here. Oh.
New waypoint confirmed. Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power.
I just kind of like the some of the other vehicles a little bit better than the Dreadnoughts. I know it's kind of sacrilege, like everyone loves the Dreadnoughts. And at my level though, and with the wealth that I've amassed, I almost feel like I want to get in my Wolverine and then just like hire 2 destroyers to follow me around so that if shit gets heavy, the Wolverine's got a cloak. It's much quicker than
I suggest checking the star chart, Captain.
than many of the
New
other
missions are
things
available.
that you would be using, that you'd be up against, so why not? You know, have a frigate and a destroyer following you around, and shit starts to get heavy, you
New
just,
waypoint confirmed.
you know,
Transferring
phase
all
out.
available power to engines.
I know at the current time hiring a frigate and a destroyer to follow around the Dreadnought is pretty serious shit, because as you saw when I assaulted Saskatchewan, I was able to actually attack an enemy starbase, or at least the fleet that spawns around it, without dying. I did die the one time, because I wasn't kitted out. I think I got hit with a shield dissipating anomaly because I lost shields on all sides at the same time. Might have got hit with an EMP or something, but when that doesn't happen, it's formidable. At three ship grouping is formidable. I don't actually have any cargo. You can try.
Fire at will. Manual targeting disengaged.
Why would you come at me with 2 freighters and a crew?
Roger that, sir. Boarding party transporting. Enemy down.
It is nice to be able to just, like that, get in a battle with a cruiser,
Transferring all available
2
power to
freighters, which
engines.
really against any class of ship or freighter is not really that severe. They're durable, I'll give them that, they're durable. Because I remember pulling in a freight liner with the Wolverine though, so. Properly kitted.
New mission
Still
start.
have to. Excuse me. Wow. Attacked again. To me, this is like walking around in tall grass in a Pokemon game.
Engaging automated protocols. All weapons on auto mode.
So we have Destroyer Sichuan, which I actually did like that. Another Destroyer Sichuan, and Freighter Mains.
Troopers are on target. Boarding underway.
See, like, I liked that. They're kind of strange looking, but I liked it as a fast attack ship.
Ship captured, Captain. Rerouting all power to engines.
Hopefully this doesn't break the tether. I don't think it would. Oh shit, it did break the tether. Wow. I think that was the inertia. The fundamental. That and the tether distance on this thing is not very long. Just surprised for a ship its size. The tether distance is pretty short.
Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power.
Now that we're at top speed, let's see if I
Transferring all
can.
available power to engines.
If I can. It's not that far. Now, like a lot of people, and I could kind of understand why, would say that this particular destroyer, the Sichuan, I think I pronounce it, at least the way I pronounce it. I pronounce it as if it's spelled S-H-W-A-N, the Schwan. S-C-H-W-A-N. What? Really? Huh.
Engaging automated systems. All weapons on auto mode. Captain, shields are collapsing.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna continue on at haste to get within the orbital defenses of this. There is still like a bit of posture required for Dreadnought. Please tell me I didn't just destroy their Cyrus. No, okay. How many? I got 36. We're gonna tether.
Yes, sir. Grappling target. Boarding underway.
Gonna board it. I'm not gonna have enough troopers to do this, but it'll weaken it. Let's pull that back.
Troopers report they're heavily suppressed. Rerouting all power to engines. New waypoint confirmed.
I think that's the ship.
Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power.
Either way. grab what other ships they've got here, whatever. Actually, while I'm here,
Rerouting all power to engines.
I left a ship. That ain't it. I left a ship captured. A captured ship sit out here. It's not.
Activating grappler. Initiate boarding protocols.
Got a bigger crew than you now. Plus I came in after capturing another ship. Where is my ship that I captured? Oh, it's there.
Ship captured, Captain.
Okay. I can buy a... I don't know where to get a Schwann. Or to buy one. I'm so used to stealing stuff. As far as I know, the garage has unlimited space in this game. And I've checked, at least the Xbox version, there's no paid content whatsoever. And, you know, I mean, you can buy the DLCs and whatnot, but other than that, I didn't see any. Damn, I'm pretty far north. If the map was oriented that way.
Acquiring planar coordinates.
Okay. Garage it. Turn around. I think it's right there. Yes. Oh, wrong thing. I like the way the Schwann looks. Or the Schwann class destroyer. There's a derelict out there for some reason. If I recall, it has good, fair troop capacity. I mean, I'd say some of these, like the gunships and even some of the destroyers, I think have dreadful capacity. Like, I mean, it's because it's like a ship that can hold like 90 cargo. Some of the gunships just have dreadful because it's a small ship. They only carry like 16 troopers.
Executing PTE protocols.
Okay. Get this up to speed so that it levels out. Okay, now. It's not like a dreadnought is really putting the screws to what? Really? That was one of the big things, I mean, at least for me in this game. I didn't mean to do whatever I just did.
Course adjusted. Affirmative. Engines on overdrive.
Check the garage, make sure I don't have more than one Schwann. Shipping magnate. 10 or more ships stored at the garage at the same time. Oh hell, man. It's gonna be more than 10. Probably gonna be more than 20 by the time I'm done. It's too bad I can't, like, sort them. The Celestial's got 80, that's got 40, it's got 36, it's got 110. I should really probably transfer a command to the... transfer a command to the Paladin if I'm just going to be ship hunting. But then again, what I'm hunting, I should probably... the Paladin, the Zuria. I kind of like the Zuria for the cloak better. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna hopscotch. Is that Nagano down there? That's Phoenicia.
Affirmative.
Phoenicia.
Engines on overdrive.
I feel kind of awkward moving around without an incursion party, a boarding party on the ship, because no, the game just froze again.